Next, the curtain came down this Sunday on this year's Munich Security Conference, one that saw the Israeli Prime Minister address delegates for the very first time. During his address, Benjamin Netanyahu produced a piece of what he said was an Iranian drone shot down by Israel just over a week ago. Netanyahu said he will now not allow Tehran to, quote, put a noose of terror around Israel's neck.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
The Israeli Prime Minister is a fan of using props to underscore his points at global forums. 5 years ago, Benjamin Netanyahu grabbed headlines at the UN with a diagram of a bomb to highlight the Iran nuclear threat. And in Munich, he produced a piece of what he said was an Iranian drone shot down just over a week ago in Israeli airspace. He held it aloft as he spoke directly to the Iranian foreign minister.
Mr. Zarif, do you recognize this? You should. It's yours. You can take back with you a message to the tyrants of Tehran. Do not test Israel's resolve.
Israel says it shot down an infiltrating Iranian drone on February the 10th, its most serious engagement in Syria since fighting began there in 2011. It then struck Iranian targets deep inside the country before one of its own jets was downed. It's the first known direct engagement between the Israeli and Iranian militaries. Israel has since issued several stern warnings about the increased Iranian involvement along its border in Syria and Lebanon. When the Iranian foreign minister took to the podium in Munich moments after Netanyahu, he dismissed the Israeli leader's comments.
You were the audience for a cartoonish circus just this morning, which does not even deserve a dignity of a response.
Recent regional instability has exacerbated the rivalry between Iran and Israel. Netanyahu has accused Tehran of trying to establish a continuous empire by trying to create a land bridge across the Middle East, whereas Zarif has accused Israel ally the US of using the Munich conference to revive hysteria against Iran.
Well, staying with the Middle East, Israel has announced that 2 projectiles fired from the Gaza Strip have hit 2 homes in the south of the country without causing casualties or injuries. It's the latest episode in mounting tensions between Hamas and Israel. The Israeli army has also confirmed it shot dead 2 Palestinian teenagers in Gaza after several of its soldiers were injured in a bomb attack. James Franey has the details.
The funerals for 2 young Palestinians killed on Saturday in the Gaza Strip. Both 17, both killed by Israeli fire. Israel says they were trying to cross the border into its territory. Hamas, the militant group, warns it may launch further attacks.
If this escalation continues, the resistance has to have a say in terms of defending our land and people in the face of this aggression. The Israeli occupation's government bears the responsibility.
2 Palestinians were wounded in this latest flare-up of violence, which started on Saturday with a bomb attack injuring 4 Israeli soldiers. Speaking in Munich over the weekend, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu had promised an appropriate response. Israel says it acted in self-defense with airstrikes and tank fire, the aim being to destroy weapon-making facilities and observation posts. Israel and Hamas went to war in 2014. More than 2,000 Palestinians died in that conflict, while some 70 Israelis were killed. A fragile ceasefire has been in place since then.